So in this video, I'd like to share with you some information that makes a difference if you know or not. What you can expect inside, some tips good to know to enjoy the tour even more, and how much things cost inside, so you can figure out if it's worth visiting for you. If you have plans going soon and don't want to see too much spoiler, you might be able to hear only sound. If you have no plans to visit, please enjoy my quick tour guide through the studio. Today, I'd like to take you to the Warner Bros. Studio Tour Tokyo, the making of Harry Potter. First, let's make it clear what kind of facility this studio tour is. This Harry Potter studio tour opened in its original filming studio in London in 2012. As a place you can see the sets and backstage of making movies. And 11 years later, Warner Bros. Opened its second site in the northwest suburb of Tokyo at a site after the theme park called Toshimaen closed. The important thing to know is Studio Tour is not a theme park with attractions. There are several Harry Potter themed parks in Universal Studio and there's one in Osaka too in Japan. But this one called Studio Tour is more like an exhibition. There's no ride and you proceed through the exhibition on foot. Mainly two things are what you can experience. One is to enjoy the world of Harry Potter as if you become one of the cast in the story. And the second one is you can learn and see the backstage of filmmaking that you can only see at the studio. The studio is about 20 minutes from Shinjuku by Toei Subway Oedo line. Seibu Ikebukuro line also has a direct train from Ikebukuro to Toshimaen every 15 minutes or so. In this case, make sure to take the local train to Toshimaen. At this point, they require a reservation for the visit to the studio tour, and they don't sell the ticket at the entrance. All shops and restaurants are also inside the ticket area, so please make sure you make a reservation for your visit. If I look at the site today, at the end of the June, it seems the next available date is August, but late in the afternoon. The first tour starts at 10 a.m., but in the peak season, it starts at 9 a.m. The day I can get the first tour slot is almost 4 months ahead as of today. Another way to book is online travel agencies. If I see the Klook site, somehow I see more available dates than the official site. I'm set in my country, the US, so they might have special slots for international visitors. So my booking was at 10 in the morning, the earliest slot of the day. I heard you can enter 1 hour before, so I arrived at studio entrance at 9 a.m. It's open in 9:15, so it should open in 5 minutes or so. So I have 45 minutes before the tour starts. Except the slot in the earliest in the morning, usually you should be able to enter from 1 hour before the time of the reservation. Either way you purchase, you get a link to the QR code, so you can show that at the gate. This studio entrance is not where the tour starts. There is a nice garden and security gate, and after that, there is a lobby to the entrance of the tour. It's a walk-through tour, so you might think you can enter the studio from the time of the reservation, but the tour starts from the theater that listening to the staff guide, and in the first serial rooms, everyone in the same time slot walks together, hearing the guide from the staff. So I recommend you to finish checking in your luggage to the Klook if you need to, going to the restroom, and proceed to the tour entrance by the time of the booking. At the entrance area, there are some things you might want to do before the tour starts. If you have luggage, you can store the Klook for no charge. You end up walking long, so wear comfortable shoes, outfits, and stay light. If you order the audio guide when you purchase a ticket, you can get it at the entrance. It's available in English too, Everything is QR code now, but we are all in the age want paper tickets, right? Just show your QR code at the service desk. If you show them the digital ticket, you can get a paper ticket for your souvenirs. If you like to walk through the tour, being careful of the time, it might help to take a photo of the map. After the tour starts, you cannot find the restroom for about 30 minutes, so make sure to go to the restroom in the lobby before you enter the tour area. But there are a lot of other reasons to arrive at the studio earlier, and that is the shops and restaurants in the lobby. They have 2 dining places and 2 cafeteria in the studio, and the dining hall and the Flog cafe are by the lobby that you can enjoy food from the time it opens. I didn't have time before the tour starts, but if you skipped breakfast, you might be able to grab something. Another 2 Backlot cafe and Barabia cafe are in the middle of the tour. Depends on how you walk through, but you arrive at the dining hall in the middle 1 or 2 hours after the tour started. The lobby area also has big souvenir shops. It's popular to walk around the tour wearing the robe like the students of Hogwarts and holding the wand. So if you haven't got one, you can get it before the tour starts. The robe was 13,000 yen and wands were about 4,900 yen or around there. It might be a little expensive for someone not that into Harry Potter, but for someone likes Harry Potter, I'm sure it will be a priceless experience. I saw some people visit earlier said you cannot enjoy without the wands or they put priority to people wearing robe, but there wasn't anything like that. You can enjoy the tour without any of them, so do not worry if you don't want to get it. Now let's start the tour. The first part of the tour to the Great Hall, everyone in the same time slot moved together. Only this part, some announcements are only in Japanese, but everything else after is in English too. First, staff will guide everybody to this dining room, and after here you can just walk around with your pace. And so much bigger than I thought. I thought it's more like just a museum, but it takes at least 4 hours, it says. The activity in this tour is basically filming yourself in the set of Harry Potter. As you walk through the tour, you find some spots that you can take a video. There's no charge to these except the broomstick one you find in the later part of the tour. You just need to make an account just for the day to do these activities. So read the QR code you find at the entrance of the tour and make an account with email or Google account. Now I arrived at the Backlot cafe in the middle of the tour. It seems I arrived too early. I arrived here in 1 hour after the tour started. I've been hearing lots of stories that it takes too much time to walk through, but it seems like it doesn't apply to the first slot of the day because it's empty. That means If you like to take time to see things carefully and enjoy the area with not too many people, I recommend you to make reservation for early slots of the day, hopefully the earliest one. Now, it was a little early, but I asked them if I can come back here later and they say no, so I decided to have lunch now. The price of the plate and drink as a set, it was 2,800 yen. The food was actually really good. It looks like a soil, but you can eat it. Let's see. I think it's mashed potato. Right outside the Backlot cafe, there is a butter beer bar that you can try the butter beer that shows up in the stories. So let's try sparkling pudding. So you can bring this back home and you can use it at home. It's good souvenirs. So this is from the scene of the first movie, Philosopher's Stone. I just watched the movie a day before because last time I watched the movie was like a decade ago, so I could enjoy more when I found it. The experience in the studio tour will be different if you know the scene or not. If you forgot or not know about it, you just pass by. So I recommend you to watch at least one episode before you visit. Now let's start the later part of the tour. The later part starts from the exhibition of Hogwarts Express. This is brought from UK to the port of Yokohama and refurbished to be exhibited in this studio tour. In front of the train, there is a place you can get the Hogwarts acceptance letter with your name and address written. This is for 2,600 yen. During the studio tour, there are some spots that you can take video, but only one, the one you get on the blooming stick, it costs 2,500 yen. The tour will continue to the World of London Ministry of Magic. And Diagon Alley. At the later part, you see more of a technical exhibition about filmmaking, about the sound, and about the technology and art. There is more information about Harry Potter's spin-off movie, The Fantastic Beasts. At the end, you'll see a large cast model of Hogwarts. Before you leave, you can enjoy shopping. So I arrived at the gate at 9, tour started at 10, and I left the place around 3 o'clock. So total 6 hours I was in the studio. Been here for 6 hours and it was really good. It was better than what I thought. It's probably 100 times better than what I expect. It used to be a theme park here, and how can they make such a thing like in 2 years after they finished the theme park, and it was really big and amazing. I got this chocolate snack in the cute can. It has a nice drawing, and I can keep this can. It was 1,200 yen. And next one I got is a keychain. It was 1,000 yen, and it's a Snape's keychain. I hope you enjoy the Warner Brothers Studio Tour Tokyo, the making of Harry Potter. Have a great trip to Tokyo. Have a great week until the next video.